In the last video, I made this cardboard Greek helmet, and you guys liked it so much, I just had to make the full armor. So today, we are going to make the full Greek armor out of cardboard. So, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started with the chest plate. So, to start off the chest plate of this armor, I've decided to cut out and make these pieces here, and these are going to form like the front center, like abdomen pieces of the armor. Of course, I'm going to glue those together, and then once those are glued together, I kind of just folded it in half right where I have here. Next, to form the side pieces of the armor, I cut out these shapes right here. These are just going to simply be glued to the side here of that center abdomen piece. To fully close off this, I just folded the top like point here, so that that crease we made in the center piece can fold neatly to the side piece, just like I have here. If you want to make the exact armor that I've built in this video, I've left a link in the pinned comment and the description to where you can get the template for this armor. I hope you enjoy them. And just like that, you have a nice, clean, curved side piece. And of course, if you have any extra pieces sticking out, you can just trim that off like I am doing here. Make it nice and flush. And of course, do everything you just did for the other side. So at this point, the front chest plate is already coming together quite well. It should look like this. Now we're just going to take a ruler and bend the side pieces to curve more nicely around the body. So taking a straight edge or any ruler, just curving and bending the pieces like I'm doing here at an angle to kind of bring it down to the waist. So now I'm just going to take a pencil and kind of mark up a design I want for the chest plate here. After just looking online, I came up with a shape that just kind of looks like this. And I'm only cutting out one side, and you'll see that for a reason. You're going to take out that cutout from one side, and you're going to flip it over. You might have to bend it to follow the curve. But then you're going to lay that down on the other side and just trace it. And now you have a perfect mirror on both sides. Now that our chest plate looks like this, we're going to make the top section or the shoulder straps. And now I have these pieces here, and these are going to be glued on top of that middle section from before, just like I have here. So now my chest plate looks like this. I'm going to take those shoulder straps, and using my ruler again, I'm going to bend those little strips at an angle to follow the curvature of your shoulders. So at this point, this is what the chest plate looks like. It's pretty much done. Right now we're just going to do some cosmetic detailing, and we're going to make the muscle pieces. Here I just have a random sheet of cardboard, and I'm just drawing out a design I want to make for the six-pack here. Now here I'm just temporarily tacking them onto the chest plate with a piece of masking tape, because after I have a shape that I kind of like, I'm going to take them off and then trace them, duplicate them onto a separate sheet of cardboard or paper. And after that, the assembly for the front chest plate is essentially done now. So now we're going to work on the back plate. So for that, I have a large sheet of cardboard, and what I did is I did a light score down the middle just to separate the two halves equally, and I'm just folding it here just to make sure the crease is prominent. And then this is going to be important because I'm going to take my pencil and I'm going to mark up a design I want for the back plate here. When drawing out the top circle for your back plate, I recommend taking your front chest plate and just putting them next to each other to make sure you have the size of the hole correct, like I'm doing here. And then just marking the edges with your pencil. And then once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to finish off the rest of the back plate here, taking my ruler and just making a straight diagonal line. Only on one half though, because we're going to use the same kind of technique of earlier and just using one half and flipping it over so we have an exact mirror on both sides, and then just tracing that out and cutting it. Just like this. So now we have the center piece of our back plate. And now, just like before, I'm going to take those shoulder straps and bend them with my ruler like I'm doing here. And then after I bent the back plate to shape, I'm going to take my chest plate here, and we're just going to connect the front plate with the back plate. So I'm just going to temporarily clip them, or you can also tape them together. So I'm just going to clip them here. Once I find out what's a good position, I'm just going to mark with my pencil where I want to cut, and I'm obviously going to cut them from there. And then I tape those two pieces together so that I can attach this leather strip with a buckle. You can use Velcro if you don't have this. I just find buckles are the simplest for me. So now once you have them on both sides, you have something that looks like this. And this just makes it easier for your head to fit through the chest plate, and it also just makes it detachable and convenient. So now we're going to detach the back plate from the chest plate, and you can leave your chest plate off to the side for now as we continue working on the back plate here. But now I'm going to form the side pieces. So grabbing another kind of large piece of cardboard, I'm just going to bend that just like I'm doing here. And then putting the sides up next to each other, I just slightly angle the side piece like I'm doing here. And then I'm going to tape the side piece to the center back plate piece. And then I'm going to mark that curve with a pencil. And that will be where we need to cut. So then once you cut that piece, you should have a nice curved side piece just like I have here. And then I'm just going to tape it back to the center plate. And then I'm using my pencil to draw a design I want for the arm cutouts. So just like I have here, and then after this I'm going to take that piece off and then transfer it to another sheet of cardboard. And then now I'm just going to glue those pieces to the center plate. So just like we did before with the chest plate, I'm going to take a ruler and then just bend these side pieces in just so it curves nicer. Now I'm just trying on the chest plate and back plate together just to see how they fit together. And then I took my pencil and I marked up the sides here just to where I need to cut and where everything lines up together. So I'm just taking a knife and I'm just trimming off. And now I'm happy with this shape for the arm cutouts. Next, we obviously need a way to fasten the chest plate to my body, so I'm just using some plastic buckles and leather strips again. And now the chest plate looks like this. But at this point, the chest plate and back plate are now complete, so now we can move on to the arm bracers. So here I just have these pre-made arm bracers I found in like my miscellaneous armor pile, but I'll show you exactly how I made these. So just taking the armor template pieces here, I'm taking piece number 12 here, and this is for the left arm, by the way, and piece number 10, and I'm just bending these pieces. So you want to imagine these being cardboard. I just have them as paper here, but I'm just bending these pieces. So once I have these pieces bent, cut out a random kind of longish 2 by 3 inch rectangle and folding that in half. This is not included in the template, but it's just a random piece of cardboard you can cut out. And this is our hinge piece, and it will be attached here, as you can imagine, with your cardboard pieces so that the two halves can open and close around the arm. And then these top kind of angled pieces here, these are just armor trims. This is piece number 11 and piece number 13, and these just kind of get glued over top of those main arm bracer pieces. So you can imagine they look like this once they've all assembled. For mine, I'm just going to close them using plastic buckles like with all the armor pieces before. But then once that's done, the arm armor is now done. Now we can move on to the leg armor, the last and final part. So here I have armor for the right leg. And these are the lower leg sections of the right. And then I'm just going to bend each half, just like I'm doing here. Now taking a random sheet of cardboard and cutting out a rectangle. This will be our hinge piece. Just like with the arm bracers, you're going to fold this piece in half, and then this is what both halves will be hinging on. Then you're going to want to glue it on just like how I'm doing here. Then once that's done drying, taking the upper top sections of the leg armor, just bending these pieces like the bottom ones, you'll notice this little gap here on the front piece. Here you just want to close that gap. And then both sides of these top sections are just going to be glued onto the top edges of the lower section. And then now this is what your leg armor should look like. This is for the right leg, and for the left leg you're going to do the same process, just mirrored. So to finish off the right leg here, we're going to make the knee armor. So I just have this sheet of cardboard here, and then I'm just going to bend it like every other piece before it. Then just holding up the sheet of cardboard to the leg armor here, I'm going to draw out a shape I think looks good for the knee pad. So this is what I came up with, just this shape with a little cutout in the middle, and you're going to glue that together, and that just makes it nice and curved in the middle. And then after that you're going to glue it to the top of the leg armor. So now every piece of armor is done. Now we can move on to painting and detailing. So taking my glue gun here, I'm essentially drawing with my glue gun and just lining every edge of the armor, so it just gives it a nice detailed rim. After lining the pieces with my hot glue gun, I took some brown paper, the same paper you can find from lunch bags, and I basically paper mache'd it over the entire armor just to give it a smoother finish. And here we have every piece. Now we can move on to painting. Now I decided to go with the simple gold look, so just taking some gold paint and brushing that on with a big paintbrush to the entire armor. Now to give the armor a little bit of that extra detail, taking a crumpled paper towel and some dark metallic paint, you can use this to weather the armor, so make it look battle worn, and just kind of brushing that on to spots where you could kind of imagine it would get kind of beat up. And with that, the armor is now completely done. This has definitely been a fun project, definitely one of the easier ones, so I recommend you guys could try this yourself, maybe even as a first one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.